Oh, hello, my sweet. Oh, dear. How dirty you are. Let's get some of this stuff off you and let's see what's going on with the M8 today. Well, now that I've looked actually at the chain case fluid level, I don't think anything's wrong. I don't even know why I bother. You can't see that. The only thing is this tab is cracked, which isn't terribly uncommon on 2014 models. On 2015, they upgraded these tabs, and they're actually a little bit thicker now. So honestly, this is just a stress crack from the bolt itself. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe a couple other on the other side may be cracked, so I'll either replace that cover or repair that tab. But Shawnee was giving me a hard time because all this oil was leaking down, and he looked into the sight glass of the chain case and he saw that it was all milky. So basically I ended up telling him, no, Sean, it's not milky. It's like, if anybody looks into their chain cases on 2014 and up M8s, they're all gonna have that just silvery color because the drive gears are aluminum. So no, your chain case fluid is not milky. No, it's not milky. It just looks that way. And even if you go 100 clicks or 50 clicks after just changing the fluid, it's probably going to look like that again because those drive gears, they do wear. It's not a bad thing. They don't overwear, but it's a soft metal. So yeah, it does wear. I've never seen them fail. I've seen chains fail. I've seen the ratcheting assembly. I've seen that fail, but I've never seen one of those drive gears fail. So there's nothing to be worried about. One thing I am worried about though is the steering play. And this is really bad on 2014, 2013s, and 2012s. 2015, not so bad because it has additional steering dampening in it. But this is M8 steering play. So check this out. But I'll even take it right off the wheels so you can have a really good look at what this M8 steering play is all about. So this is really bad. I'll even step on the ski here. So that is with the skis not moving. And I'll show you, I haven't looked into it, but I'll show you exactly what causes that problem. Again, not so bad on 2015s and up, but these 2014s, 13s, and 12s, I'll show you where the issue is, usually. Not that it can't happen on 2015s and 16s and up, but it's more common on these 14s. I'm at the front right side of the M8. I'm gonna just pop off this one rivet right here. There's these side cutters to take these off because it makes it super easy. All right, and we're gonna have a look at, this is where the lower steering post nut is. You can take these off too, but I don't really see a point because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm looking for. So we're gonna check if this bracket in here is indeed cracked or not. So I am gonna show you guys this one because this one on mine is really bad. So I was gonna go for a ride today, but I'll tell you right now, the M8 is not going anywhere. So I got to replace that whole bracket, which isn't a big deal. Like you don't have to pull out the motor to do it or nothing like that, like a lot of people say. So unfortunately, the M8 is not going anywhere today. I was gonna go for a ride, but nope, M8's staying home. Since we found that, instead of going riding today, which was kind of the tentative plan, I'm gonna tear this thing right apart because I might be done riding it because I got a plan for a sled next year, so this thing will get sold probably not this year, probably will sit around until the fall in which I can sell it. So let's make sure this thing is 100% because I want the person who buys it off me to have just as much fun on it as I did. So we're gonna start by tearing apart the chain case, and we're gonna finally cut out those spindle bushings today that have needed to be done for a long time. Let's start by ripping into that chain case. We're gonna see if there is anything going on in there. I don't think I'm gonna find anything, but hey, I like to check things out. Basically everything I've ever had go wrong with this thing is from riding hard. It's not because it's a piece of crap, because it's breaking. It's because my skis have done this up to the hood, smashed into trees, face dove into the snow, into hard packed trail, come over backwards on me. I flipped it down hills, more trees. I smashed into Ben. My clutch overheated because I was riding way too hard for those conditions. So let's get this thing back up to 100% because that's how I like to sell my stuff. I like to sell it knowing that it's going out the door in good shape because, you know, it's sledding. A mountain sled's fairly important because it's not just like a trail sled where you're out riding and you can tow back from just about anywhere. You're in the mountains, so if your sled breaks down or something bad happens, you're screwed. So let's make this sled in tip-top condition again. It's got the new clutch in it. Let's get into the chain case. Let's cut out those dampeners. And I don't have all the parts. And it being the long weekend, I'm not going to be able to get the parts until at least Monday. And then we'll put it together from there. I mean, I'm going to be riding something else next year. So let's make this thing a perfect sled to go out the door and for somebody else to have a lot of fun on. Have it all ripped apart, have my chain tensioner assembly out, nothing wrong with the chain tensioner assembly, pad has minor wear on it, no big deal. As usual, Sean took a 2-second look at it, told me my chain case fluid is milky, noticed a little bit leaking here, and diagnosed it wrong. So, as usual, Sean diagnosed it wrong again. So I tore into it because it needed to be done anyway. I was at my mile out on it, so that's fine, but I told him it's probably just leaking through that vent, that fill plug right there, which it was. So not a problem in here. Just going to stick my tensioner back in here and fix the tab on the bottom right there, and we'll have it all back together again. Since we're in here, we are going to have a look at our coolant level again. And we're going to bend these tabs out on the cap. Somebody's advice, and I tried bending the tabs on that this thing, the thing with the stuff, coolant cap, and hopefully that'll help out with it leaking. It didn't leak. I rode it for 3 days straight, had it upside down a whole bunch, and it didn't leak at all. So I think that probably fixed it, which is good because I don't got to replace a coolant tank now. I'm gonna leave that chain case open for now because of the tab I'm repairing on there. I need it to set. Don't have the fluid for it anyway. I definitely need to get that steering bracket fixed, and for that going to have to go all the way down there to the bottom where it's nice and dark. There is most definitely a brand new bike sitting under here that has never been ridden before. And look at it outside. Isn't this nice? Snow everywhere. 4 inches of probably compact snow on the street. It's gonna be a while until I can go out and ride that thing because I sure would like to. I'm just gonna quickly complete a list of repairs that I need to do on this thing, and we'll get it all done next time. It does need a little bit of work before it goes back out or gets sold because I want to sell it in good shape. And I don't have all those parts with me today, especially that steering post assembly, lower steering post bracket that's cracked on me, which I'm not too terribly surprised about as it is. That's all I got for this video. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Spring is coming. We're gonna be switching over to bikes pretty soon. I'm still shopping for a truck, and I'm not buying anything till I know what it is I want to buy. Oh, one more thing. I've had this question. I get this question probably 2-3 times a week, so I'm gonna answer it right now. I got a lot of people who want to plan a ride with me, with Ben, with every member of the team here. And our answer to that is we would love to plan something. It won't be this year for snowmobiles, maybe something on motorcycle. We'd definitely like to get out with you guys and do a little bit of riding, and maybe we can show you a thing or two. But won't be this year. The season's coming to an end. There's still lots of spring riding to be had. Might get out maybe 2-3 more times, but I've put on so many miles on a sled this year. I am ready for bike season to begin. So that was the answer to your question. We will plan a group ride where we get out with you guys, maybe in Revelstoke or Golden or something like that, where we can all just go out and have a nice fun day in I would say an area of terrain that everyone can handle. Thanks everybody for watching this video, and I'll see everyone in the next one.
Yes, in the morning we eat Team Beach. We get 50 Team Beach in the beach tea.